came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Yours coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Mine. You better believe it, cause today won't be your
It's Bristol, baby. Round number 3 of the JSI Racing UMP Rumble, thanks to Cabcoat and Cabworks Kitchens, as we get set for round 3 here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Brett Wheeler joined alongside absolutely nobody in the booth as we have qualifying wrapped up, and it is David Mush, the driver that sets quick time with a 16.475. Jacob Croker second, quick Mitchell Clark, Rowan Jones, and Caleb Mills. Round out to top 5. Lewis Clark, Mark Scott, Matty Bailey, Max Bevan, and Leo Hayton will round out your top 10. Hello, Platty. 4 heat races on the program for the UMPs. The UMP Rumble is what we're going to put here. David Mush will start from position number 1. Caleb Mills will start from position number 2. Max Bevan lines up at a position number 3. Kurt Tyler will start position number 4. William Pilot, the JSI Racing will start. 55 will start from position number 5. JSI Racing's Jason Crawford will start from position number 6. Continuing on the JSI Racing trend, Ash Hammond will start from position number 7. Darryl Kirk lines up out of position number 8, and Dixon Slinger for Momentum Sim Sports, Pilot's car number 50, will start from position number 9. 4 heats, 10 laps of distance, with your top 4 going into the main event. We'll have a random inversion again. It'll be 0 to 16. So the cars directly transferring from the heats. Oh, we could see a 0 inversion. We could see a 5. We could see a 10. We could see an 11 like we'd seen in the sprint cars. We could see a 16. Who knows? Might even see a 13. A 0 to 16 is going to be the inversion. And the drivers that transfer from the B main will start in their original position. So we're going to continue on with the random inversion after the heats and after the B mains, and the drivers that transfer from the heats will only be eligible for the inversion. Heat 1 of 4. Damon Mush, car 36, starts from position number 1. Caleb Mills in the 100 machine. From position number 2, Max Bevan, 3. And Kurt Tyler lines up out of position number 4. We're set for a start here. 10 laps on the board. Top 4 is the magic number once again. In fact, top 4 is going to be the magic number for the heat and the B mains. We'll have 2 B mains on the program to lock in a 24 car field. We are green here at Bristol, baby. Mush will lead down the back straight. Hammond trying to come through on the inside, trying to get up on there on Kurt Tyler. Gets a little tight, gets Bristol tight. Through turns 3 and 4. Mills and Bevan race by side. Mills in the 100, Bevan in the 68 machine. Bevan to the inside. Here comes Kurt Tyler in the 10 machine, trying to make it a 3-way dance. And now look at Dixon Slinger in that pink and black. Dixon Slinger Racing Momentum Sim Sports number 50 machine, thanks to Speed Shop 51. Slinger to position number 4. Mills on the outside looking now. He's back in 5th position. William Pilot in 6th as well. Here comes Slinger on Tyler. Dixon Slinger up to position number 3. He started 9th and he's up advancing 6 spots. He's picked up 2 cars a lap at the moment. Damon Mush continues to lead the way down into turn number 3 and 4. Again, coming off a podium in the midgets a couple of nights ago, picking up some extra cash on a Friday evening. The midgets at the dirt track at Charlotte. And now we come to the Bristol Motor Speedway. Max Bevan runs in 2nd. Dixon Slinger 3rd. Kurt Tyler 4th. Caleb Mills now trying to get into back into the main event hunt. Trying not having to run the B main now. Drivers that finish 5th on back will line up in Heat 1. Will line up on the inside of B main number 1. Heat number 2, they'll line up the outside rows in B main number 1. Heat 3 will line up the inside row for B main number 2. And Heat 4 will line up the outside rows in B main number 2. Good luck, Betty. Kurt Tyler in car 10, just holding on at the moment. 3 to run this time by for your race leader, Damon Mush. Max Bevan and Dixon Slinger. Slinger closes in 3/10 of a second. Difference between Slinger and Bevan. Bevan has got 4/10 of a second to Damon Mush. So Slinger and Mush, the gap is 7/10 of a second. Slinger closes the door, closing in on Max Bevan. Can Slinger make the pass? They'll try and force a mistake from the 68 machines. We come to the white flag. 1 to run for your race leader of Damon Mush. He's got it all in the bag at the moment. No one going to trouble the 36 machine entry of Damon Mush. Into 3 out of 4. Damon Mush wins heat number 1. Max Bevan 2nd. 3rd will be Dixon Slinger. Kurt Tyler holds on to position number 4. 5th will go to Kurt Tyler, Caleb Mills, William Parlin in 6th, Ash Hammond, Jason Crawford, and Darryl Kirk will be the drivers. 5th on back to go to B main number 1. Of course, start 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 in B main number 1. But Mush, Bevan, Slinger, and Tyler all going to your 35 lap main event. Heat number 2, let's take a look at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid with Jacob Croker lining up from position number 1. Lewis Clark lines up at a position number 2. Leo Heaton will start position at number 3. Daniel Cassidy looking to be aggressive in the JSI Racing entry. He'll start position at number 4. Drew Fenton drives the 08 machine for Talentless Racing out of position number 5. And the Team Outlaw Motorsports number 97, powered by Schulte's wallet, Tyler Schultz, will start from position number 6. Blackburn Motorsports, Shannon Blackburn will pilot car 22 from position number 7. And the JSI Racing 74 machine of Jason Burke will start position number 8. And Matthew Hurd, he will start from position number 9 if he is able to make the call. So 8 cars, in fact Matthew Hurd will not make the call. So the 8 cars will only start heat race number 2. Hello Jeff, welcome into Ultimate Dirt TV. We hope that you're enjoying the show and watching Dixon Slinger work his magic through heat race number 1. So in about 12 hours time from now, 7 PM Eastern for the Americans, or 9 AM in the morning for the Australians, 11 AM for the Kiwis. We've got some World of Thunder Season 14 returning. We've got 360 wing sprint cars followed by super late models on the program. So a big return to Sunday nights or Monday mornings in Australia. Plenty of action and plenty of coverage to keep you going throughout the working day here in Australia. And if you're in lockdown, probably a nice way to spend a Monday morning and to get you through a Monday. Jacob Croker and Lewis Clark. Lewis Clark again was hard charger in the 360 sprint cars about 40 minutes ago. He'll learn from his mistakes in heat racing action. Can't go until the iRacing green flag is out. We're underway. Croker got a good start. Clark on the inside gave him a little nudge through turns 1 and 2. Lewis Clark on the inside of Croker. Cassidy very aggressive on the start. Quickly moves into position number 3. Heaton runs 4th. Fenton, Blackburn, Burke, Schultz and Hurd. Hurd again did not make the start. So the 8 cars for heat race number 2. It's Croker leading the way at the end of the completion of your second lap. 10 laps is the distance. Again, right now these drivers running just below the mid-line on the racetrack. Croker got some company here with Lewis Clark trying to sneak to the inside. Then you got Cassidy on the inside who's trying to sneak up under Lewis Clark but unable to make that pass. So this driver's just waiting for an opportunity for these drivers to make the mistake so they can pounce. And right now these drivers are just tucked in nose to tail down the front straightaway. We're not too far away, just in fact a lap and away from a half race distance. Now Jacob Croker still to the middle. Lewis Clark trying to go up a lane on the top side of the racetrack. Eats a piece of the concrete wall down the back straightaway. Now Cassidy throws the move down into turn number 3 and 4 at the line. Half a car length. Give it to Daniel Cassidy. He slides up just a little bit. Contact. There's Clark. Now Heaton goes on by, as does Drew Fenton, looking to go on by into position number 4. But Lewis Clark tucks in behind Leo Heaton. Right now you're watching Daniel Cassidy on screen in that 24 machine. Aggressive from 4th starting position. Now to the race leaders. Jacob Croker makes a mistake. Here comes Cassidy to the outside. They'll rub panels just down the exit of turn number 4. And here comes Leo Heaton. Now look at Lewis Clark. He's trying a different line through turn number 1 and 2. Lewis Clark moving back to position number 3. Coming after the 24 of Daniel Cassidy. Fenton. Oh, here comes Shannon Blackburn on the inside of Fenton. The battle for 4, 5 and 6 right now heats up as the battle up front starting to heat up, because here comes Daniel Cassidy once again down into turn number 3. To the inside he goes. unable to stick a nose up on the inside and force Croker up the racetrack. White flag is out, 1 to run for your race leader. Jacob Croker into turn number 3, this time by Cassidy again, trying to dive low. Here comes Clark. They'll drag race to the start finish line. Checkered flag is out. Jacob Croker wins. Daniel Cassidy second. Lewis Clark third. Fourth will go to Drew Fenton unofficially at this stage. Heat number 2, your top 4 going through. Jacob Croker wins from Daniel Cassidy, Lewis Clark in second, and Drew Fenton getting your 4th and final transfer position. Leo Heaton, Shannon Blackburn, Tyler Schultz, Jason Burkett. If he makes it for B main number 1, Matthew Hurd will be all in your second B main. B main number 2 will be the top 5 from heats 3 and 4. As heat race number 3, Mitchell Clark will start up alongside Mark Scott out of positions number 1 and 2. Justin Wright will start up alongside Luke Showisha Johnson. Kai Walters lines up from position number 5. Trent Humphreys out of position number 6. Kyron Redpath will start position number 7. Cade Winden lines up out of position number 8. And Jake Skilton will be your 9th and final starter. So we are set for a start next time by Mitchell Clark in the 0 machine, the 04 of Mark Scott to the outside of the front row. He's the real J-Dub for tonight only, seeing as though Josh Walton, pretty sure he's not in attendance. Pretty sure he may have had some dramas on that 81 team. Luke Johnson, the 76 machine, looking to transfer directly to the main event once again after doing a great job in the sprint cars. Here we go, we're set for a start. Mitchell Clark, Mark Scott, 1 and 2. As the track is just starting to get that slick line. Johnson, look out. He's going to be on the worst of that one. He's making sure that the concrete doesn't move all the way down the back straightaway. Now he's got nowhere to go. Poor old Johnson. He certainly copped the shaft on that one. Trent Humphreys in position number 4 right now. He's got Kyron Redpath in 5th. And you go back to Jake Skilton in 6th. Walters and Johnson both going back to pit road. Cade Winden still on the racetrack in 7th position. Your leader is Mitchell Clark. Scott, Wright and Humphreys, that is your top 4. Humphreys in the 19 machine on the bubble at this stage. Redpath, you're watching him in the 14 machine, closing in on Trent Humphreys down the back straightaway. Gets a little squirrely snaky into turn number 3, and here comes the 34 of Jake Skilton side by side for positions 5 and 6. Give the advantage to Redpath. Redpath above the slick into turn number 1 and 2. He's got the run now, drives away from Jake Skilton and sets his sight once again on the 19 machine of Trent Humphreys. So no change at the half race distance. Mitchell Clark, your race leader, by 3/10 of a second over Mark Scott. Scott looking to close in. Mark Scott, good run so far here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Lap number 6 is in the books, and Scott closes in once again. It's now under 3/10 of a second. There's not a whole lot in it, but I tell you what, Mark Scott is really coming on strong right now into turn number 3 and 4. Scott and Clark. It's Clark in the race lead. Scott in second. Now it's 2/10 of a second. So Mark Scott has been the quickest car on the racetrack in the past 3-4 laps. 2 to run. That time by the 46 of Kai Walters back out onto the racetrack, just circulating around the low side. This time by, white flag is out, 1 to run for your race leader. Mitchell Clark, he should have enough to transfer and get the win into the main event. Second is Mark Scott, Justin Wright third, Trent Humphreys in fourth. They make their way off for turn number 4. Checkered flag is out, and we have a great battle for 3, 4 and 5. We'll go to your official results here in just a few moments time. Heat number 3, your results coming on screen. Officially your winner here tonight, heat number 3 is Mitchell Clark, and his second spot was Mark Scott, Justin Wright third, and Trent Humphreys in 4th position, just edging out Jake Skilton in 5th. As Cade Winden comes home 6th, Karen Redpath, Luke Johnson and Kyle Walters home in the 9th position. The 4th and final heat race of the night. Rowan Jones in the Jones Racing car number 25 machine will start from position number 1. He's outside driving the iRacing Outlaws, iRacing Dirt Outlaws TV number 2 machine. That'll be Matt Bailey. He will start from position number 2. Benjamin Harris lines up the 15 from position number 3. Blake Hancock for Talentless Racing in the 7 will start position at number 4. Brock Atkins lines up out of position number 5. The JSI Racing Victoria 38 of Jared Wollstonecroft lines up position at number 6. Brad Pascoe will start position number 7. And that is all because Joshua Walton and Kobe Wright both done for the evening. So the 7 cars on the track, 4 of them straight to the main event. The other 3 will start 2, 4 and 6 in B main. Number 2, of course, Walton and Wright will start 8 and 10th, but I doubt that they will take any further part in the rest of the night. Here we go, Rowan Jones and Matt Bailey set for the green flag. 4th and final heat race of the night, and we are underway. Matty Bailey getting the jump down into turn number 1 and 2. Jones gets a little tight like a tiger. Hancock to the outside on Harris again. They'll go wheel to wheel down into turn number 3 and 4. Pascoe in the 18 machine slides up. Pascoe takes 4th, now takes over 3rd. Meanwhile, Jones coming after Bailey for your race lead down into town the back straightaway. Into turns number 3 and 4. Matty Bailey's got it at the moment. 2 laps in, 8 to run. Jones going to the marbles. Bailey slides up. Jones turns it underneath him now. Rowan Jones takes back the lead down into turn number 3. Now it's this time Jones still on the slider line. Bailey trying to get the run down the front stretch into turn number 1. We'll come to the back straight this time by. Here comes Brad Pascoe closing in on your top 2 right now. 1, 2 and 3 on screen. Jones, Bailey and Pascoe. Then you go back to the 15 of Benjamin Harris. They got a bit of a gap back to Blake Hancock, Brock Atkins and Jared Wollstonecroft. But again we stay laser focused up on the top and the pointy end of the field. Oh, I agree, Platsy. He must have had a sprint car paint on. Pascoe to the outside on Bailey. Bailey drifts up, but Pascoe drives around the outside of that, whatever you want number it's called. And I tell you what, I think my eyes may have just been burnt. Kind of like your laptop, Platsy. It is fried chicken at the moment. 6 down, 4 to run as he worked the back straightaway. Brad Pascoe, 3.5 tenths away from your race leader in the Jones Racing number 25 machine entry. That is Rowan Jones. Benjamin Harris closes in here on Matt Bailey. But again, it doesn't matter where you finish in the top 4. As long as you finish in the top 4, you will never ever know what the inversion is going to be. Yes, he's gone to the Jared Wollstonecroft UMP paint schemes. 2 to go for Jones. working the back straightaway for the penultimate time here on this Sunday evening here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. White flag is out. 1 to run for Rowan Jones. Again, no guarantee on where he is going to start. Through 1 and 2 we go. Back straightaway for the final time. Heat number 3 is about to be in the books, and Rowan Jones will collect the checkered flag here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Brad Pascoe second. Third will be Matt Bailey. Benjamin Harris in fourth. Fifth will go to Brock Atkins, Jared Wollstonecroft in sixth, and Blake Hancock in position number 7. We are done for heat racing action. Heat racing action. Heat 4 cars. Heat 4 results. Cars and drivers. Rowan Jones gets the win. Brad Pascoe, Matt Bailey, Benjamin Harris, your top 4. Atkins, Wollstonecroft, Hancock, and of course Walton and Wright, who did not make the call as we get set for your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. 13 laps will be the distance, and the top 4 is going to go through. Starting from position number 1, it will be Caleb Mills. To the outside of the front row, Jake Skilton lines up from position number 2. Position number 3 will be William Pilot. He's outside. Cade Winden lines up at a position number 4. Ash Hammond will start position number 5, and Kyron Redpath lines up at a position number 6. Jason Crawford lines up position number 7. It's time to see how big this man can be. Luke Johnson starts position number 8. And Darryl Kirk will roll off out of position number 9, and Kobe Wright again, who has called it a night here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Got some problems with that 078 team, and we are ready to eliminate some drivers from B main competition. So it will be Mills and Skilton on the front row, Winden and Pilot row 2, Hammond and Redpath in row 3, Crawford, Johnson and Kirk, your 9 starters. 13 laps, top 4 again after B main number 2. We are going to have a 0 to 16 inversion. Green flag is out, run away. Skilton and Mills lead us off down the front straightaway. Advantage to Jake Skilton out of turn number 2, and he rockets away from Mills in second position. Pilot, Winden, Hammond getting a little tight there through turn number 3 and 4, and drifted up the racetrack, allowing Redpath to change lines down the front straightaway. 3 wide for the final transfer position. And around the outside, like a trailer park girl, is Ash Hammond. Pilot got caught up in that one. Karen Redpath in the 4th and final transfer position. What has Hammond, Crawford or Pilot, even Johnson, have they got anything for the top 4 at the moment? Again, these drives will start 17, 19, 21 and 23 in tonight's main event. So this will line up the inside rows for rows 9, 10, 11 and 12. Hammond, Pilot and Crawford. It's amazing, go from getting a podium in the sprint cars to finding yourself stuck in a B main towards the back and just not having the night you would want to have in a UMP modified. Here comes Johnson to the inside now on Crawford, but Crawford fends up the challengers. Crawford comes after Hammond down into turn number 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Redpath closes in now up on the inside there of the 31 machine of Cade Winden. Slide job by Redpath. Winden, can he turn it back underneath him? You betcha he does. He turns it back underneath. They'll drag race down the front straightaway. 6 down and 7 to go here in B main number 1. Yeah, might say C main, but it is B main number 1. 2 last chance qualifiers. Pilot and Hammond closing in on Winden right now. You are looking at 6/10 of a second. Make that half a second as they work their way through turn number 1 and 2. Pilot and Hammond, as they continue to have their own battle, they're catching up to the 31 machine of Cade Winden. Crawford to the outside on Hammond, and Crawford, I'd probably be getting up in the marbles right now, trying to run the cushion through turns 1 and 2. Probably just above the slick line down into turns 3 and 4. Now, you know what? Screw it. I'd go top all the way around the Bristol Motor Speedway. 4 to go. Winden has got the final transfer position from Pilot, Crawford, Hammond and Johnson and Kirk. Jake Skilton, your race leader, led since the drop of the green flag, and he's driven away from Caleb Mills. Again, we watch the battle on for positions 3 and 4. That's Redpath and Winden. Redpath in the 14 machine. Winden in the 31. As now we're starting to see a lot of the drivers work to the top of the racetrack as we've got the 2 to green signal this time by. Popsicle sticks around. 2 laps left to run. Mills starting to fall into the clutches here of the 14 machine of Kyron Redpath. Race leader is already into turn number 1 and 2. We go above the racetrack here at the Bristol Motor Speedway down the back straightaway. B main number 1 is about to be completed. Jake Skilton gets the twin checkers. Caleb Mills second. Kyron Redpath third. And Cade Winden going to hold on to a 4th position. He is going to transfer to the main event. Results for B main number 1 on screen. Skilton, Mills, Redpath and Winden. Your top 4 that are going through. B main number 2. Let's take a look at your starting grid. Leo Heaton will start from position number 1. Position number 2, it's going to be Brock Atkins. Shannon Blackburn will start position number 3. Jared Wollstonecroft will line up at a position number 4. Tyler Schultz will start from position number 5. Blake Hancock, position number 6. Jason Burke will line up at a position number 7. Walton and Hurd, who will not make the call for B main number 2. And those will be your 7 starters for B main number 2 right after this 13-lap journey. There is going to be very little time to waste because we'll go straight into the starting grid for tonight's feature event. But after this main event, after this last chance qualifier, we are going to go straight down and do the random draw thanks to random.org. And we've got that ready to rock and roll. In fact, I'm going to have it up here ready to go. Well, we have 16. Alright, so we're going to do that there. We'll bring it up later. We'll do it up on the main screen so people can see what the inversion will in fact be. Green flag is out. B main number 2 is upon us. Atkins leads now from Wollstonecroft in the 38 machine. Wollstonecroft, Heaton in the 026 machine. That's that black entry. Slide job there on Heaton. Then you go back to Blake Hancock in the 7 machine. Wollstonecroft takes back position number 2. Hancock trying the inside there on Heaton. Schultz, Blackburn and Burke 5, 6 and 7 at the moment, all fighting to get a bit of bragging rights as Heaton has a piece of the concrete wall down the back straightaway. Does not move. You'd know if you read the Power Plants presentation. Tyler Schultz now in the Team Outlaw Motorsports number 97 machine moves into position number 4, and Schultz's wallet Well, he's looking to start his first main event here with the JSI Racing team. He was a late inclusion to the league. And right now, he's showing all that he's worth at the moment by holding on to position number 4. Hancock runs in third. There is the 38 of Wollstonecroft in second position. Brock Atkins, your race leader, out in front as the top 4 have spread themselves out apart. Right now, closest battle on the racetrack, the 22 of Shannon Blackburn, battling with Leo Heaton for positions number 5 and 6. Closing in, ladies and gentlemen, here on the half-race distance. Heaton to the inside on Blackburn, but Blackburn's got the advantage out of turn number 4. Into 1, and getting run up in the marbles. In turns 1 and 2. And I would be doing the same in turns 3 and 4, but that's just my opinion. I'm not down there on the racetrack. These drivers have got a good feel for the racetrack. 7 down, 6 to go. I'm going to pick the Napa Auto Parts car to throw a slide job here and a nice little crossover. Nice little battle between the Napa Auto Parts cars. Again, no affiliation with one another. Wollstonecroft and the JSI Racing number 38. Miss Chin has got Blake Hancock in the Talentless Racing car number 7. Here comes Wollstonecroft with a slide job on Hancock. Hancock turns it underneath and nearly gives him a bit of right side romance. Give the second spot there to Wollstonecroft, but here comes Hancock with a slide job through turns 1 and 2. Good battle on right now for positions number 2 and 3. Wollstonecroft getting tight. Tell you what, there's nothing like a good feeling in getting tight at Bristol. Oh yeah, you know what I mean, Platty. Valvoline. Don't worry about Valvoline, mate. We've got the official JSI lubricant. Penrod oil, that's all you need. Wollstonecroft going down to the low side into turn number 1 and 2. Tyler Schultz now starting to feel some pressure here late in the dying stages of this race. Here comes Heaton down to the inside on Blackburn. And then Blackburn all over the back of Tyler Schultz. Into turn number 1. Schultz goes to the bottom side. Man, where do you look on this one? It is set to be an absolute barn burner of a finish for positions 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Atkins gets the win. Slide job by Wollstonecroft on Hancock. Hancock turns it back underneath him. Wollstonecroft hangs on to position number 2. Let's quickly take a look here at your B main results. In fact, just before we do that, we're going to go 0 to 16. And our random inversion is going to be number 3. So let's drag him down. Berkey, the inversion buddy, will be 3.
Alright, no worries. Cool.
There we go. Number 3 will be the inversion. Let's take a look at B main number 2 results just quickly. Atkins, Wollstonecroft, Hancock and Schultz going to get your top 4 transfer positions. Yeah, Penrod, you know it's a good lubricant. Let's take a look from back to front at your starting grid. 24th is going to be Tyler Schultz. 23rd will be Cade Winden. 22nd is going to be Blake Hancock. 21st will be Kyron Redpath. 20th is Jared Wollstonecroft. Caleb Mills, position number 19. Brock Atkins, 18th, and Jake Skilton out of 17. Benjamin Harris out of position number 16. Trent Humphreys out of position number 15. On your Schultz, good job, buddy. Thank you for those stars. Drew Fenton out of 14th. Kurt Tyler out of 13th. 12th, there's going to be Matt Bailey. 11th will be Justin Wright. 10th, there's going to be Lewis Clark. Dixon Slinger out of 9. Brad Pascoe out of position number 8. Mark Scott out of position number 7. Daniel Cassidy out of position 6. Max Bevan out of position 5. Rowan Jones, position number 4. Position number 3, Damon Mush. Position number 2 is Jacob Croker. And pole position for tonight's main event will be Mitchell Clark. 35 laps on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Round number 3 of the JSI Racing UMP Rumble. So the only order that had to change was basically 1 and 3. So Damon Mush with the inversion starts position number 3. And Mitchell Clark, again, heat race number 3 winner. We're about to go live for 35 here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. And it is Bristol, baby. Green flag is out. Jacob Croker got the little bit of a jump on the field. Look at Damon Moore straight to the low side down into turn number 1 and 2. Cassidy got some company with Rowan Jones on the outside of the 25 machine as they head off into turns number 3 and 4. They're 3 wide behind him. Pascoe was right through the middle of the racetrack. He split Bevan and Clark. Pascoe slides up in front of Bevan. Meanwhile, Cassidy on screen. Here comes, oh, we got a car slowing down the back straightaway. Was that Wollstonecroft? It may have been Wollstonecroft. No yellow at this stage. Lap number 2 is in the books. Clark all over the back of Croker. Croker. Here comes Clark right back to the middle. 3 wide for the race lead. Mush on the bottom side. Now slide jump for the race lead. Mitchell Clark takes over the number 1 position. Croker in second. Mush third. Fourth is Jones. And you go back to Cassidy in 5th position. Slides up in front of Lewis Clark. Keeping on Dixon Slinger as well. What a battle for 2, 3 and 4 right now. As they all try and run down Mitchell Clark. Mush with a slide jump on Croker. Jones to the inside. 3 wide for a moment down the front straightaway. Jones with a slider. Short slider there on Damon Mush. Mush in the 36. Jones in the 25. Here comes Mush back to the bottom side. Oh, Jones. He jumped the cushion. Got into the concrete. Here comes Cassidy. Trying to find a way by the 25. Cassidy aggressive. And turns the 25, yellow on the raceway. So tough break for Rowan Jones. In fact, he may actually even get his spot back just for the simple fact that we actually never... he did go around and iRacing throwing the caution, but he didn't technically never stop that race car. So, that is... caution flag number 1. So, and it is scored. Now, I'm not sure what is going on here, but Mitchell Clark has been scored in 23rd position. Now, I can only assume that he has got some sort of virtual mechanical issues. So it looks like Jones is going to be restarting in and around the 5th row. The lights are out and we are set for the restart here. Your main event, thanks to Cabcoat and Cabworks. And a big thank you to, of course, JSI Racing for putting on these weekly events. Fix Setup Racing at its finest. And the green flag is out. We are underway once again in tonight's main event. Mitchell Clark, your race leader. Mush, here comes Cassidy. Cassidy up to position number 3. Here comes Slinger now to the inside. Croker into the wall. Slinger works at the bottom of the racetrack through turn number 3 and 4. Slinger now going to slide up in front of the 15 machine. Now Lewis Clark in that X machine. Scored as the, well, it should be the 011, but he's got the X on the side of that race car. Slinger down low down into turn number 3. And he's got the drive on the exit of turn number 4. But here comes Cassidy. They'll make a little contact. That's 4 positions. Number 3. Make that 4 and 5, I should say. Because again, don't forget Mitchell Clark is your race leader. However, he's been scored in 23rd position. Not sure what's going on. Maybe he'd had some mechanical issues as he crossed the start-finish line there on one of the lap. But there's David Mush running in second, Dixon Slinger third. Here comes Slinger now, trying to challenge for second position. Slinger not going to make the path. But I tell you what, he's making some drivers think about where the fastest line on the racetrack is at the moment. Damon Mush about to have a pink and black 50 to the inside. Out of turn 4 at the line. Give it to Damon Mush by half a car length. Your race leader's in front of him. And that is Mitchell Clark. Here comes Mush now with a slide job down into 3 and 4. The big Hail Mary play. Here comes Lewis Clark going to challenge for positions 2 and 3 right now. Slinger, Mush and Clark. What a battle this is for the minor placings. Bevan, Cassidy, Scott, Croker, Pascoe and Jones round out the top 10. To the inside goes Slinger once again on Damon Mush. They come to Wollstonecroft. The lap car. Slinger slides up once again. Here comes Mush back to the inside. Wollstonecroft's got a big part to play here because he wants to hold his line, but he's also got to be mindful of the fact that, well, the guys on the lead lap are slowly reeling him in. Slinger trying to split into the outside. Wollstonecroft ducks low. Wollstonecroft will stay low through turns 3 and 4 and let the drivers on the lead lap go around him. Morse getting a little taily there as here comes Lewis Clark trying to split the gap between Wollstonecroft and Morse. He can't quite throw the slide job and make it clear of the 36 machine. Slinger coming after your race leader. Dixon Slinger as we are now in some lap traffic. Caleb Mills, the next car to go a lap down, and we are yellow. Second yellow so far. So we'll take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. So this was Benjamin Harris in the 15, and not once but twice, and well, you spin me right round. So now with that being said, we have still got Mitchell Clark still scored in first place. And I dare say, Platzi, if you could tell the guys to probably let Mitchell Clark drive past the pace car, go back around on the same lap that the drivers are on the racetrack, and then go back up the front, and then obviously clear that black. That will actually fix the timing and scoring up. Because otherwise, it is going to score Dixon Slinger as the race winner. The lights are out on the pace truck. So if he's on lap 22 at this stage, everyone else is on lap 23. He's just got to drive past the pace car, come back around onto the same lap, go back up towards the front, and then they just clear black flags. Here we go, restart number 2 is in order. Clark, your race leader from Slinger. Morse got some company from Bevan now. Bevan to the outside. Bevan looking for positions number 3, down into turn number 3 and 4. All good, Platzi. Pascoe trying to move there on Lewis Clark, and Lewis Clark again to the top of the racetrack. He goes. Daniel Cassidy back there in 7th position. Clark in 5th. Brad Pascoe in 6th position. Here comes Slinger. All over the back of Mitchell Clark. Slinger. Slide job. No, he's going to stay low down through 3 and 4. Clark back to the outside. 26 down. 9 remaining. And here comes Slinger once again. Oh, he thought about it. And pulled out late on that one of that slide job. Realising that he wasn't quite clear enough to get the job done in turn number 1 and 2. So now he's going to have to regroup. Regather that 50 machine and gather that momentum up and then throw the move next time. Wait for a better opportunity. Yellow is out. So yellow is out. So Platzi just got to let him know. Find out what lap he's on. If he's a lap behind him. In fact, I'll be able to tell you right now as the gap is he just needs to go around the racetrack. So right now, if I take a look at the down here, that should fix itself up now. Correctamundo. See? Look at that. Easy as sweet meat pie. So, no problem anymore. No problem. We fix it. We give it the Olympic special and the Singapore noodle. With a 2 to green at this stage, we hopefully go to the 1 to green signal. As the lights are out. 4 laps remaining. No problem. Ah, a Gesundheit, senpai. Time to find out. Can Mitchell Clark hold on? Can Dixon Slinger take the win away? Has Damon Mush got anything left in the tank? Has Max Bevan got something? Will we see a late challenge from Lewis Clark? Green flag is out, 4 circuits to go. Slinger and Clark side by side. Slinger with a slider into 1 and 2. Clark back to the inside. Mitchell Clark back to the race lead. Slinger's got the run on the top side, but Clark slides up. Here comes Damon Mush. 3 wide for the race lead through turn number 3 and 4. You can throw a blanket over the top 5. Clark, Slinger, Mush, Bevan, and Clark. Bevan into the side of Damon Mush. And we watch this battle for positions number 1 and 2. Look at the gap as there goes Slinger with a slide down into 3 and 4. It is on with just 2 laps remaining. Oh, Mitchell Clark clobbers the front stretch wall, and that loses some speed. And the momentum is all in the hands of the 50 machine. He's had to come from position number 9 to the race lead. It's taken him 33 laps to do it, but with the white flag is out, 1 to run. Can he hold on for a great victory here at the Bristol Motor Speedway? It's Bristol, baby. Into 3, out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is in order, and Dixon Slinger will win your feature event here at Bristol. Mitchell Clark home in 2nd. Max Bevan will grab 3rd. 4th will go to Lewis Clark, and Damon Mush will round out the top 5. What a night here at Bristol. Well done to Dixon Slinger, who will park the 50 in victory lane. Feature race results showing Slinger gets the win. Clark, Bevan, that's Mitchell Clark, Bevan, Lewis Clark 4th, Damon Mush rounds out your top 5. Let me just get the invitation up for someone to join us here. 6, we've got a Rowan Jones, Brock Atkins in 8th, Mark Scott 9th, Matty Bailey in 9th. Drew Fenton rounds out your top 10. Then we'll go to Jacob Croker 11, Jake Skilton, Kyron Redpath, Trent Humphries and Kurt Tarley, your top 15, followed by Jared Wollstonecroft, Justin Wright, Brad Pascoe, Daniel Cassidy, Tyler Schultz, Blake Hancock, Caleb Mills, Benjamin Harris and Cade Winden. That was your 24 starters. We have got 3rd place. We are just awaiting the arrival of our winner. And in fact, let's go down to victory lane. Dixon Slinger, your winner here from Bristol. Dixon, congratulations on the victory. Well, you had to do it the hard way tonight. You had to come from position number 9, but you get the job done. You got to be happy with that one.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It took me a lot of laps to get around everybody. You know, it was a very one groove track, so it took a lot of work to get around somebody. So it's pretty cool to be able to do it.
Right, what was your game plan coming into the main event? Because we did have an inversion, however, it was only 3. But I mean, as you said, with a 1-lane racetrack, Bristol is one of those tracks where you've got to be up on the cushion, got to be up on the wall. You're able to actually make that bottom side work. What was your game plan for the main event tonight?
The first couple laps on the first start, I got stuck on the bottom, and I tried it out, and it actually worked really well. So I figured that if you can keep your momentum built up in 1 and 2, at 3 and 4, the bottom really rolled well. So I just used that line. I was able to pick a couple cars off at a time using the bottom in 3 and 4, and just the cautions definitely helped me there. I think I would have had a chance at them anyways, but the cautions helped. Just get everything stacked back up and get a clear track in front of us, and it made it a lot easier than it would have been, I guess.
All right, well, congratulations on the victory here at Bristol, buddy. Before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes this happen for you?
Just everyone over at Momentum Sim Sports, UDTV for broadcast, and obviously you, Brent. Just Speed Shop 51, Team DSR Consulting, all the sponsors on the car, Absolute Wire EDM, Petrov Towing, Hawkeye Trucking, Verdict Clothing, Racecraft Simulations, and just all the sponsors on the car. I missed a couple, but they're on here, and they all do a lot for me.
All right, there we go. Dixon Slinger, ladies and gentlemen, your winner here this evening. Home in 2nd spot tonight, and Valley Nafford is going to go to Mitchell Clark. Mitchell, congratulations on a 2nd place finish here tonight, and boy, one that just got away from you there in the end.
Yeah, it was a bit like that. I sort of caught the wall a couple of times, and he caught me. I think he was quicker than me in the end, but all in all, it was a pretty fun race. Let's go to that final restart. 4 laps left to go. You know that he was going to be quick. What was the thought process as you guys were rolling around under yellow? It was just to beat him off the line, I suppose, and try to gain the top fast line again, which we did, but he was still too good, and through that good slide job that was, it was faster than I was. Well, nothing to hang your head about, buddy. A 2nd place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, of course, got a good looking race car. Got a lot of sponsors on this car. Anyone behind the scenes that you'd like to give a shout out to while you got the time? Yeah, well, just you for putting the broadcast on. All the JSI guys for putting the league on. It's a real fun league to race in. And Track Tech Motorsport. That's about it. Thanks. There we go. Mitchell Clark in the Track Tech Motorsports Double Zero Machine. The Zero Machine coming home in 2nd place tonight. Home in 3rd place tonight is Max Bevan. Max, congratulations on 3rd place. And, well, yeah, you just missed the inversion, but it doesn't matter because you're home in 3rd place. You've got to be happy with the result.
Yeah, pretty happy with the result. Yeah, I missed the inversion, but kind of helped me a little bit to stay in 5th, and yeah.
What was your game plan for the 35-lap main event, after starting 5th?
My whole game plan was just to drive real consistent and hit my marks, really. I knew the track was really going to go to the wall, and I knew if I could hit my marks up there somewhere, I'll be in the pointy end somewhere.
Hey, how difficult to explain to the viewers what it's like to go lap after lap on the top side here, knowing that you're basically millimeters and centimeters away from one little mistake into the wall, and finishing 3rd, or even if you make that mistake, not finishing at all.
Yeah, it's real difficult. You just really got to stay real concentrated and focused, because with these UMPs, if you get the back in, it really brings the front in, and yeah, that's if you climb the wall, and they're real hard to get out of the wall. So yeah, it's pretty important just to stay out of the wall as much as you can.
All right, Maxie, good job on third place tonight. Of course, before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes this happen for you?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Caleb Mills and Mills Motorsport, Dutton One and Dutton Garage, and yeah, just JSI for putting all this on, and you for streaming it. Cheers.
All right, Max Bevan there, ladies and gentlemen, home in third place. That'll wrap up the post-race coverage. Well done to Dixon Slinger, Mitchell Clark, and Max Bevan, who finished 1, 2, and 3 here this evening. Again, big thank you to, of course, Cabworks, Cab Coats, and JSI Racing, Cabworks Kitchens, it is Cab Coat, and JSI Racing for putting on these Sunday night events, or Sunday morning if you're over in the United States. And again, don't forget, in about 11 hours time, we've got World of Thunder action, 360s, followed by some super late models. We're back on the program right here on UltimateDirtTV. You can catch all the action. Myself, Matt Bailey, Alex Robinson. We'll have, I think we've got 2 servers for the sprint cars, 2 servers for the super late models, followed by the 1 server for the sprint cars, 2 servers for the supers, and then the main event for the super late models. Again, we'll have all the action right here on UltimateDirtTV. Until next time, on behalf of the team here at UltimateDirtTV, the management behind the scenes, we say farewell. Good night from Bristol. We'll see you next time.